40 is the new 20. 40 is the new 30. No, it ain't. 40 is still 40. Ain't no way you in your 40s. You're in your 40s. Oh my gosh. And what do we do? We look a little stupid. I mean, when you really think, like, thank you, girl, for real. You look good for your age. Thank you. There's something on TikTok, oh, you have to guess their age or something, and they'll write their age, and the people are like, oh, you know, the viewers are supposed to be like, oh, so shocked, and all the time you're like, oh my gosh, she looks really, really young, girl. Oh my goodness, she looks very, very youthful. And although she may look youthful, she wrote right there, she's in her 50s. That's not a youth. That's not a youth. She looks good. It's genetics. Straight up, it's genetics. You have some people that say, well, you know, I run 2 miles a day and I only eat this and I only eat that and I look good. But then on the other hand, you may have Bertha who's 65 and smokes 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and Bertha looks damn good. So sometimes it's just genetics, okay? It's just genetics. These companies, they really try to feed us youth. Go back, look younger, go back. No, there's nothing, I don't think there's anything wrong with tweaking some things. Like if you got saggy breasts and you want to lift those up, do it. If you want to get a little eye lift, you're just looking dull and you want to do some little, and when I say tweaks, I mean little tweaks. Just little things, because I'm a believer you keep injecting and lifting and lifting and lifting. It's going to get stuck, or one day it's just going to drop. And if it all just drop, I don't know. That doesn't sound good to me. But a lot of us, we tend to look back. And, oh, well, back then, but it was so fun back then, and maybe you didn't do everything you wanted to do, go all the places that you wanted to go. Maybe you had the kids too early, or whatever the case. There's no going back. We can put the music on and we can jam to the old, you know, bring the 90s and 2000. All of that's wonderful. But the truth of the matter is there's no going back. There's no going back. We see old pictures and like, man, I wasn't as fat as I thought, or man, why wasn't I rocking this and why wasn't I doing that? Think about what we're gonna say about ourselves like 20 years from now. I was still acting or trying to act as if I was in my 20s. Hey, it's me. I just have to interrupt this video for a quick moment. And I know I'm breaking all types of YouTube protocol, how you should do a video, blah, 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 but anyway, as I'm editing this video, I'm like, you know what? I didn't touch upon this or touch upon that. Maybe I need to put on the same shirt, but no, I'm not about to do all of that. Let's talk about the obvious. I'm a brunette. That's number one. The second thing is this mask that I'm wearing. I recently went to the dermatologist and they got me on some new creams, and the side effect is that it peels and it kind of burns a little. My skin is peeling so bad underneath here, but I do want to talk about this issue a little bit later in another video. Face mapping, hormonal issues, things that we go through as women, you know, about period bumps, hormonal things. That's why I have this mask on. So anyway, I'm out running errands and I just happen to see some products that were like anti-aging. And that is something I just never really paid attention to, because, you know, when something doesn't relate to you, you don't care. We empathize and, but really, no. So I'm walking and I see anti-aging, against. Against aging. Well, let's do something that's just a little simple exercise you can do. Look at some old pictures on your wall, or pull out some pictures of you that you have in a drawer or underneath your bed in a pretty box or whatever. Look at some pictures of you when you were in the 5th grade. Look at some pictures of you when you were in high school, when you were in college, 20 after you had the kids. 30, a 20-year version of you, a teenage version of you, a single-digit childlike picture of you. You're not going to look like high school you. I know some of you can still fit into your same jeans. Some of you do look exactly the same. Exactly the same. But you're not 24. That was you back then. Some of you, yes, genetics, wonderful. You look exactly the same. You look exactly the same. Yes, your genetics, wonderful, wonderful. But you're not that same age. You're an older version of yourself that just happens to look the same. Some of us, we look back at old pictures and we're like, oh my goodness, I was just so fine back then. I was just so tight back then. I wasn't appreciating myself back then. So let me recreate all that was going on back then in your 40-year-old, 50-year-old body. And those things are fun, you know, for social media, to post those pictures in your jeans, you know, split screen. That's wonderful. But you're an older version of yourself. And if you look good, you look good. Bravo. Love it totally and completely. But when we hear anti-aging, that's against aging. Be careful what you wish for. Against aging. Every year is a new year. Every year we, you, me, us get older. That's life. That's life. You ever look at your parents or your aunt or your uncle and you're visiting, or they're at a family gathering, and you kind of notice like maybe mom's moving a little bit slower, or she's not doing her hair the way she used to, or why is dad's nails dirty? Why is dad dressing like, and then it hits us like, wow, they're getting older. But we ignore it. Because thinking about age and them getting older, it scares a lot of us. It scares a lot of us. We don't want to think of not being there for the people that we love, or the people that we love not being in our life anymore. We don't want to think about that. So a lot of us, we put up this bubble. And we want to stay in this bubble, this moment. Let's keep things the same, just right here. And for a lot of people, that's back then. You have to live now. You know, we're gonna look back the whole face mask and COVID, and we're really not gonna want to look back. A lot of us aren't gonna want to look back at this time, but it's life. We're gonna get older. You know, we had our periods, we had our children, then menopause, and then our bodies, you know, it's the part of the aging process. Things change physically. Things change physically. And we're not going to compare ourselves with men. Things change. But that's life. We have to go with the program. And some of us may not be here 40 years from now, but while you are here, you need to live, create memories, create a legacy for your children, your grandchildren, because that's life. People have like big mamas and family members that have been dead for years, and you don't forget them. They left a lasting, impressionable mark on your life. What are you doing to do that with your children so that they can pass that down to their children and their children? We have to live now. Get out of our heads about this aging stuff. Look good at whatever age you're in. Look good at whatever age you're in. Be comfortable in your skin. You're 42. Yes, you are. Be proud of it. I can't believe, how did I get here? I saw something, Kim Kardashian, she had a birthday special, and she's like, how did I get here? You're living. You're living. You were granted another year. That's how you got here. And oh my goodness, her birthday party. I actually start crying. That was her, you have to look that up online. That was so beautiful. We have to live. And one of the things I really liked about that episode and Kim turning 40 and all of her birthday parties, how her mother had every moment recorded and pictures, and the memories that we can create now. If you haven't, create some moments now. During COVID, yes, your Zoom calls, your YouTube, yes, now live and feel good about it. So I just wanted to interject to say that. Back to the video. Oh, girl, you still look like you about 30 years old, but you're not. You must be drinking from the fountain of youth. Give me some of what you got. You look good. Oh my goodness, girl, you look good. That is not your daughter. Y'all look like sisters. And that may be true, but you're the mother. So when people start saying, oh my goodness, I can't believe you're 43, or I can't believe you're 40, whatever. And I did this once. There were some coworkers, it was my birthday, and then, you know, they had the candles out and everything, and then they were like, like, we don't have to put the candle. We don't have to put your age. And I'm like, this is what it is, baby. This is what, you know, I'm animated. But that's how we should redirect the conversation, you know? Yes, this is 47. This is 49. This is 41. It is what it is. You were born. Give me your license. I'm gonna act like you 20. Get your license. Oh. There are so many young people that are taken away from us from death. And here we are denying our age, or don't nobody how old I am. For what? For who? Why? Why would you deny all of the experiences that you've had? Because that's why you're here today. And mistakes were made, probably. There could be regrets, but that's life. So let's change the way we think about age. It's gonna take some adjusting, but we can do it. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Lovestarlet.